selected the nation of Israel, the so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, and confusion of faces scattered throughout the four corners of the earth through captivity. Start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Rucha, Kadash, and double honors unto the apostles and elders at great millstone that rule well. I wanted to go into this word slacked in Habakkuk 1 and 4 in the Paleo-Hebrew, the blue letter, and go into how the nation of Israel, and really you go into even the heathen nations, all the inhabitants of the earth, that morality and doing the so-called right thing, which is really goes back to righteousness, is people are not compelled to do the right fucking thing, man. All right? And this is expressed in the scripture that tells you that since sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, basically, since these people don't get punished for their fuckeries, that they're pretty much not worried about it. Okay? They keep turning up and fucking compounding their wicked deeds. Their heart is set into doing fucking wickedness, man, continually. And that's what you have here in this place. All right? Even people in so-called authority, actually, really, the people in authority and your top officials are the ones that do the most wickedness, okay? Because they get away with the most. People, you hear some crazy, outlandish shit that these people in these different law enforcement agencies, what they're into, okay? Straight up pedophilia, which is one of the most heinous acts that somebody can do on the planet, man, is to fucking defile a child. They're into the highest levels and forms of fucking drug and substance abuse. Okay, they're into heavy levels of defrauding motherfuckers. Okay, straight up theft, and even stealing from the fucking poor, man, from the low class. Okay, thieving that up. They're into straight up murder. Okay, they get away with straight up fucking murder and all kind of other heinous fucking acts from your people in law enforcement, and then the higher you go, the more they get away with, to your people in the government, okay? All the different forms of government, from state to local to fucking, the big government. And not to mention the elites themselves, the type of shit that they're doing, defiling and then sacrificing children and straight up drinking their fucking blood. All right? So, look, wickedness is the name of the motherfucking game in this current time and age and society now, okay? And the pretty much the incentive or the necessity to do good, to perform righteousness is slacked, okay? It's completely down the fucking tubes, down the drain. People couldn't give an iota of a fuck about doing the right thing, see? In a place where wickedness has exceedingly polluted the entire earth. And this is the Most High is going to correct the shit. Other shit is going to get done away with in the most brutal of fashion. Okay, the Most High is going to throw this place the fuck down. The people are going to know it and realize what the fuck they've done. By death, they're gonna realize it by death, by pain. Okay, they're gonna realize it through Shalakia, through death, by pain. All right, agonizing fucking demises these people are gonna meet. Okay, and there's nothing like that. Scriptures talk about in the day of your affliction, you forget about all the good shit that you were into, about all the the mirth or the happiness or the joy or the so-called, different satisfaction that these people get out of performing their wickedness. Okay, you forget about that shit in the day of your fucking affliction, and that's what it's gonna be when they're catching that fucking hell, that evil, those bad times the Most High is gonna hammer them with. They're gonna forget about all the shit that they were into, all the the fucking debauchery that they were performing here in America and around the world, man. So we're gonna get into the scripture and break it. We're slack down in Hebrew. It says back to 24. Therefore the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth. Okay, we essentially just broke this down before the scripture was read. Okay. About what the fuck is going on in this earth. Okay, wickedness is the shit in this day and age. But no, it's wicked. It's fucking filthy. It's detestable to the eyes of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and to his men. Since our conversion and as the years go by, after being converted, being, having our lights turned on, so to speak, by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, it fucking inundates, it consumes the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai with disgust. The more we're in this thing, with the shit that's going on in this earth, okay? And really, a real man of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai would have the spirit to want to put this shit to death, okay? Which goes into righteous anger, okay? Indignation. And ultimately the Most High is going to, as aforementioned, he's going to put all this shit the fuck down. Let's jump in the blue letter. For slacked is as strong as 8:63:13. Pawag. It says to grow numb, to be feeble, to be benumbed. Okay, to be sluggish, to be feeble, to be faint, to be slacked. So there you go. So the people have grown numb to their own wickedness. And we just brought that scripture out. They go numb to it because the sentence against that evil and wicked deed has not gone. They've not gotten punished for it. Okay. The Most High didn't judge them for it. So the more they engage in this type of activity, the more numb they become. All right. To where now the people of the world are comfortably numb, like that fucking Pink Floyd song. They're comfortably numb, engaging and performing the wicked fucking deeds that they do on a daily basis, and really, they're looking to compound that shit. They're looking to turn up and fucking and graduate, because we know that the flesh is insatiable. Okay, so it literally cannot fucking be satisfied. So you're going to compound on that. You're going to keep doing more and more and more. And that's what you have. That's also expressed in the thing called tolerance. Your tolerance becomes higher, so you need more of that deed or whatever it might be, a fucking drug. Even those devils on that adrenochrome, slut with the fucking that different acts that she does, that shit goes numb. Okay. Fucking to where, for example, a woman who's constantly, pretty much a woman who's constantly fucking, all right, and all the different forms, right? Don't want to get too graphic, but her 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 senses down there, right? They stop getting satisfied. You see? All right. So she has to have more, and it has to be more often, right? And it has to be, um, you know, it gets insane. It gets fucking insane to where she's over there, playing with toys, crazy shit. That thing is blown out like like they say, like a fucking hallway. All right, a gorged out orifice. And even the thing, what is it? Overstimulation of the clit and all that, to where it just they have to do the most. All right. And we see that across this planet, though, with all the different forms of wickedness that these people are doing. That's why we see shit is more outlandish in what people are doing in this day and age. People are just turning up and fucking outdoing each other in wickedness. All right. It says, so look, the law has the people become fucking numb to this shit. To grow numb, it says to become weak, inefficient. It says to become cold, and that's heavy because what does it say? Because wickedness is rampant, is what it says in the NLT for that, right? Let's grab that in the NLT. Because wickedness shall abound, the love of many, because iniquity, right? The love of many shall wax cold, and we will go into that too often. What does it say? To grow cold means to goes into the Greek word psycho, okay, which when you go into psycho means psychosis. Psycho is like short with there's many different words that have the prefix psycho or psych, right? But one of the main ones is psychosis, or for somebody to be fucking psychotic. Psychosis is marked by a disconnection of reality, being a disconnection from reality, being disconnected from fucking reality. Okay, let's get this in the NLT. Because sin will be rampant everywhere. The love of many will grow cold. Okay, because sin is rampant every fucking where. The people are numb to the shit. Okay, the law is slacked. There you go. Meaning it's gonna implode on itself. All this shit, people turning up in wickedness, outdoing each other in fucking wickedness, is going to graduate and culminate, which means peak out. We're gonna see the pinnacle of this shit in the form of people killing each other, doing away with each other, okay, in many different forms. And that's expressed in these scriptures. See, it said, because the law has what? It said, dropped helpless. I am benumbed. So the people are fucking numb to it. All right? Just like these horses' body is numb to stimulation. Okay? We have to bring that out because in so many ways that's like an analogy to this place. It's a fucking whore. Okay? And you could tell how fucked the place is by their goddamn woman. You see? Wow, it says to be void of vital warmth. Because what happens to a body when the fucking heart stops pumping blood? It happens to a dead fucking body, man. It gets cold. And that's what you have here. It's fading out in this fucking place, man. To the point where we're at the end. We're indeed at the end of this fucking society. But once again, like brothers often bring out, this place has to get worse before it gets better. The Apostle Tahar expressed that in that word anarchy, which means pretty much the lack of authority. Okay, anarchy goes into when there's no authority or people going against the authority. All right. But what he brought out was fucking extremely poignant. That anarchy has to happen before order. Okay. When they say order through chaos, the elites think that's their fucking agenda and their plan to implement that. To let this place get into a state of anarchy, and let's for edification, bring that shit out in these different forms. Anarchy, a state of disorder due to an absence or non-recognition of authority. There you go. Lack of authority, right? Or people going against authority. State of disorder due to absence, meaning the lack of, or non-recognition, meaning people are not going to fucking recognize it, so they're going to go against the shit, of authority or other controlling systems. Okay. Let's get it in the origin. Anarchus, or anarchos, which means without a chief or ruler, without rule. Okay. It's in the origin, and then in the etymology, the absence of government, lack of a leader, the state of people without a government, right? Rulerless, without a leader, confusion or absence of authority in general, okay? Order without power. There you go. It says in reference to the social theory advocating order without power. Okay, and that's what the Apostle Tahar was going into, the fact that, so I hear that before order is established, anarchy has to happen. These bitch-ass elites think it's according to their agenda, but this is what the Most High has going on. Before the ultimate order that is going to be the eternal righteous kingdom, there has to be fucking chaos, ultimate fucking chaos. All right? And we see this thing brewing. Well, no, fuck that. It was brewing years ago. Now this shit is bubbling over. All right? It's come to a hard boil. To where now the flames are just going to overtake the pot. In the form of all the destructive calamities that were prophesied. That's going to culminate with the thermonuclear heat, the fervent heat that's going to blaze this fucker, okay, in the chariot fire. So with that, all praise, honor, and glory to Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bashim, Yahushai, Bashim, Rakah, Kadash.